Hello, my name is swissbianco. In this video I will talk about the big dog, the M16 titanium version from Columbia River Knife and Tool. This is a bit an older knife from them, Kit Carson design, and they had some changes over the time, and that's I'm gonna point out with these two models. On top we have a bit an older one, and on the bottom newer one. So we see quite some differences. Optically the knives are used, both of them, one a bit more, one a bit less, and that is how that is. We see the serrations were cut with a different shape of wheel in the blade. Blade is OS 8, and the knives are made in Taiwan. So that is on the blade. The handle got also stamped and milled a bit different in the radius from the older one to the newer one. The rest is relative same. We see the liner lock on the older one is about to be at the end of the movement there, so I need to adjust that a bit. And then on the other side we see the engraving did change a little bit too. Also the pocket clip, the design of the pocket clip, and the location. On the newer one we have more of a deeper seat in the pocket. The clip is further up compared to the older one where the pocket would be in about this height, so you have quite a bit of knife sticking out that you can easier grab it. This one will go to about here, so it will be about this kind of line. We see there is way more sticking out by the older one. The clips are one side only. There are no other holes to mount it other than the typical right hand style clip. That is a bit sad, but that is how that is. The main difference is the part here, the safety part. We have on the first model back then a secondary safety part that needs to be moved by hand, so that is not spring loaded. This, as most of you know, just simply move below the liner lock to prevent unlocking. It's a secondary lock, really nice. And then on a certain time they did upgrade this to a version that automatically locks as we gonna close the knife, as we gonna open it up. It's spring loaded and it automatically locks into place. The older version, as we open it up, it would simply stay like it is. It would be needed to push it forward manually and also manually backwards to unlock. Now for unlock the newer version that is still available with the spring loaded part here, you need to press that back and then unlock the liner to close the knife. It's a bit a step more, but because this is automatically, you have the secondary safety engaging already first hand, so that is pretty nice. Also we have to see the difference in where the safety is located. First it was a relative solid part of the titanium scale, and then we have the liner in stainless steel, and then a small washer like part that is the secondary safety. With the old version, with the new version, they did sandwich the secondary safety in the titanium scales, between the titanium scales and the stainless steel liner locking, and not between the blade and the liner as with the old one. So there is quite a bit machining to be done on the titanium, that thing fits in it. Also it is spring loaded, it has a spring in it. As I did get that knife used from eBay, relative cheap, the part was missing here, and as I took it apart I saw why that was missing. Quite likely they did take it apart for cleaning and could not reassemble it anymore. It's pretty tricky to put the part in that it is spring loaded. Best is if you put in the axis to line the things up, and put in the secondary safety and the liner with the spring, and then wedge the spring part into place in between the liner and the titanium scale. It's pretty to wiggle. I had a bit of time, but if you have a thin tool, something like a sheet metal piece that is about 1 millimeter thick, that you can go between the stainless steel liner and the titanium, and press down that spring into position, and then press together the two pieces. That does the trick then. But if you wanna take it apart somewhere by camping and quick clean it and put it back together, forget about it. It's gonna be tough. That is not something that goes really easy. At a factory they have a specially made tool for that, like I did with my simple improvement with the improvised piece of stainless steel, sheet metal and finish. Then that works, but to do that on a kitchen table with a Swiss Army knife or a screwdriver, that is gonna be tough. So that's the main differences. I can't say that I like the older one better or the newer one. That is just a bit different. It depends on personal preferences. And what I gonna do with this knife, I gonna rework them. I gonna blast the titanium handle after finishing it up a bit nicer, and quite likely the blades too, and all the parts, and then anodize it just in a bit a copperish brownish matte color. We see quite likely a bit splash as well, as I like that. That is not for sale, that is just for me. Because the knife itself with the AUS 8 blade, which comes in about like a 440C, that is relative good. That works. That is a steel that is around for a long time, and because it's made in Taiwan, it has a certain quality that we many times do miss with the Chinese made knives. The handle itself, titanium, that will never wear out. That's gonna be hard. The liner locks need to be a bit adjusted, and we see, as I just saw, we see a bit optically also next to the clip. We see the split here compared to here. That is also a sign that you see it a bit, which one is which. But the most easy, of course, is here we don't have a color in it. By the automatic one we have the color, so we see that firsthand about the new variant. So that much about an older older Columbia River knife and tool. I get confused with a cold steel because I have a titanium folder there too, an older one that I did already fix up, and maybe one day I make a video about that as well. So that much about the Columbia River, the M16, the big dog titanium, the large version.